Howard Banowitz. Mary Ann Turner, here. Charlie Masterbirdy. Kelly Davis. Robert Kwasnicki. Kathy Plopper. Kathy, you're still here, right? And Rich Stroney.
Here.
You're gonna have to see two alternates.
Yep. I got a call from Charlie Masterbirdy asking if Rich would sit in for him. And I believe Kelly Davis is, nope, not Kelly Davis. Kathleen Plopper is the alternate for the month. If I have that written down properly. So those two commissioners will be seated as regular members tonight.
Yep, Kathy's your person.
Okay. So Rich, you're sitting in for Charlie.
Understood.
Okay. Pledge of Allegiance. If you look at Rob's computer, he's got the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. Okay. We have on our agenda old business for the bylaws. I'd like to keep that tabled for now. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Made by Mary Ann, seconded by Rich. Any discussion on that? Roll call, please.
Maurice LaRosa.
Yes.
Andrew, Mary Ann Turner, yes. Kelly Davis.
Yes.
Kathy Plopper.
Kathy, you got to unmute you.
There you go, Kath.
I'm not on mute. Yes.
There you go.
And Rich Stroney.
Yes.
Moving on to new business. Can we have the press release read, please?
ZBA 2020-08-26 variance of application to allow a 28-foot front yard setback where a 35-foot yard setback is required in order to accommodate a garage and a breezeway. Robert Zen, owner, applicant, map 59, lot 163, R33 zone.
All right, Mr. Zen, the floor is yours if you'd like to explain your application.
We're on a corner lot, and that's the only way we could get it in on there.
It's non-conforming.
It's non-conforming, the way the house is situated on the lot.
Okay. Anything else?
That's
Doesn't
it.
impede on any neighbors.
Okay.
No.
Any questions of the board?
I also noticed that you're moving your driveway.
Yes,
And you're moving your driveway because,
well, it currently goes into the center of the intersection. We'll move it to Phyllis Street to accommodate the garage being offset.
gotcha, good idea.
On the print, it says the driveway will remain there.
Right,
Removed.
Removed.
Okay, removed.
I'm actually the contractor. I'm Mike Del Conte with LNS Builders here with my customers. I did speak to the engineer, the town engineer, about moving the driveway, and he was actually, when he Googled it, he was up for moving it away from the stop sign that's at the end of their driveway. So the only issue we're having now is, the garage is gonna be down Phyllis Street. That's why with the corner lot, it doesn't work any other way.
Any other questions from anybody?
What is the technical front of of the property? Is it facing Pomeroy or is it facing Phyllis?
It faces a little of both. It faces like the center of the corner.
Gotcha. But
If you, looking at the drawing, go ahead.
well, yeah, no, I meant like, yeah, I could see it's like cornered that way, but technically
Correct.
the home is on Pomeroy, right? Not Phyllis?
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Right, it's addressed off of Pomeroy.
Correct.
And the variance being requested here is for the offset to the structure of the garage, correct?
Yes.
7 feet.
Is there a reason why the garage wouldn't be pushed back to meet that offset, or?
I'd be behind their house, kind of. I set it back as far as I could in the drawing. Now we're gonna have the breezeway on an angle, and then the garage will be turned. On the opposite corner of Phyllis, a couple years ago, you guys did the same variance, and he has the same thing we're doing, just opposite end of the street. Yeah, I think he's closer to the neighbors. Like we have 40 feet to the neighbors. He's not. But this whole neighborhood, every corner lot when they built them has the house set sideways or however, I don't know the theory back then, but every garage through this whole neighborhood is crooked like this down the other street.
Do you happen to know what the on Pomeroy, the front corner of the house, what the offset is there? You have that by chance?
Hold on.
I didn't see it in
Give me
the
1
other-
second.
Yeah, no worries. Just looking at the other drawings that you had here that you provided.
That corner, you had that drawing. I actually,
So that's where the water, city water comes in, that, down at that.
that one I don't have. I do have the front corner where the driveway is 56 feet to the center, but I don't have that other corner on the map that I have.
Mr. Chairman? Lori
Yes,
Whitten here. If you scale it, I just had the GIS up, but I've got it on my other computer. It scales at about 20 feet from the property line and maybe another 10 feet to the edge of pavement. So even regardless, it's still less than 35 feet.
Right.
Right. So, and we're at 28 the other way on the garage corner.
Right. So they're seeking a 7-foot variance,
Correct.
front yard variance.
Mr. Chairman, a question for you.
Okay.
With the variance on the front corner, does that still cover this variance, or is this considered a new and separate variance because it's an add-on structure?
Well, they probably didn't get a variance on the front corner. It was probably allowed through planning when they put the house up there on the property.
Okay.
The house is probably going to predate that 35-foot rule.
Yeah. It was
So when they
50.
change that 35-foot rule, the house becomes legal non-conforming.
Yep.
What our 35-foot rule, if we were to grant the variance now on this side, it would give his right now, because it's a corner lot, he has 2 front yards. Okay. And what happens is he has to meet 35 feet on both sides at this moment. If we give the 7-foot variance on that one side, on the Phyllis side, that means the whole length of that front property can come as close as 28 feet, which is okay. We oftentimes will offer assistance on a corner lot because they are unique in the fact that they're held to 2 front yards. And not everybody in these neighborhoods has 2 front yards. It's only the ones that are sitting at the corner. So that's why we look at the corner lots a little different.
Sure. And then what would be done on Phyllis would be applied to Pomeroy as well, because they're both considered front yards.
No, Pomeroy would still, I mean, the corner of the house is where it is.
Mhm.
But he would never be able to encroach closer to that without a variance.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions of the board? Would the
Is it-
applicant like to add anything?
No,
No.
no, we're good at this time.
I
For
don't
the
see it.
applicant, is it just the garage being added? There's no living space above? It's purely garage plus breezeway?
No,
No.
yeah, it's just a 2-car garage. They don't want to shovel snow anymore. They just want to back out of their driveway.
Getting too old.
I hate to tell you, but there's snow on the outside of that door. I don't see anybody in the audience, but I'll ask, is there anybody in the audience that I don't see that wishes to speak in favor or against the application? Sensing none, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Made by Mary Ann,
Second,
seconded, was that you, Kelly?
yes.
Okay, seconded by Kelly. Public hearing is closed. Do I have any discussion?
Bottom line for me, it's a corner lot. We've had these before. There's nothing they can do. I went out and looked at the property. And I will like to thank the applicant for marking it out exactly how we liked it. I could see right away what you were doing. And I appreciate that extra effort, even though we do ask for it, very few people. So Lori, thank you to make sure that was done. And I've looked around the neighborhood and they all have this, a lot of them have garages and breezeways. So this isn't an addition that would cause any issues.
All right, anybody else? All right, I believe we, like I said before, we oftentimes will give some leeway in granting variances for corner lots. He is kind of stuck having to follow 2 front yards. That's something big that not everybody has to follow. So when we grant a variance, when we seek to grant a variance, we look for what does the property cause that makes your property unusual from anybody else's or from other properties. And the fact that a corner lot is held to a different standard than anybody else in the neighborhood, that would be a unique situation for them to be in. So with that said, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion to approve.
Made by Mary Ann, seconded by Kelly. Roll call, please.
Maurice LaRosa,
Yes.
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Kathy Plopper,
Yes.
and Rich Stroney.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right. Thank you very much.
Good luck with your project, and you can be in touch with the town office here in the next couple of days, and they'll help you move forward.
All
Very
right.
good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stay healthy, everybody.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Take care.
I knew it was going to go through.
Next, we
I called my
have
buddy today.
approval of minutes. We have 2 sets of minutes to approve. The first one is June 22nd, 2020. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve by Rob Quaznicki.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Rich. Any questions? Roll call?
Paul LaRosa,
Yes?
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Kathy Plopper,
Yes.
Rich Stroney.
Yes.
Who seconded it? I got motion by
Seconded by Rich Stroni. Made by Kwasnicki. The next set of minutes is July 22nd, 2020. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Made by Kelly Davis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Kathy Plopper. Roll call, any questions? Roll call, please.
Paula Rosa,
Yes.
Mary Ann Turner, yes. Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Kathy Plopper,
Yes.
Rich Stroney.
Yes.
All right, next we have correspondence, staff reports. Got anything for us, Lori?
We have started our POCD and zoning update with our new consultant. His name is Don Poland. He is with Goldman in New York. I just introduced him to the Planning and Zoning Commission this last Thursday. So, I mean, we're literally just starting. We actually set up a booth at the farmer's market. Didn't have a lot of traffic, but it was good to kind of start getting people to think about it. And we got a good chance to talk about Enfield, so that was good. And it was a nice day. So we are going to be moving ahead. I'm going to be working on getting the steering committee going. So think about maybe who you might want to put on to that. I'll be sending an email out to all the boards and commissions, hopefully this week if I could get it done. What else? I'd written a couple things down. We are trying to have a winter farmers market. Not sure if it's going to happen, but we are attempting to do so. We've got Jen out for 3 weeks, as you know. She actually was supposed to be out for 3 weeks starting a week ago, but her surgery got postponed, so she's actually having surgery tomorrow. So we are really short-staffed, but we do have a new person, Nicole Maruka, and she is kind of the new zoning enforcement technician to help us try to keep all of our agendas, and notices, and everything together, kind of like Pam did, but a little bit more towards the legal end of things. So, but she's only been there for about 2 weeks, so we can't seem to get it all together, have everybody there at the same time. But we're working towards it. So
One day we'll be back to normal.
yeah, hopefully. That'd be
Did
a
I
really
see
good
that the
thing.
state was opening up the classes again? I believe I got an email on the classes, basic classes.
Yeah, there was a message, kind of a save the date for next March or whatever it was for the full day workshop.
Okay, if any of you guys have not taken those, I highly urge you to take them. They're very informational. They really will help you understand what it is we do and how we do it and why we do it.
I could send you the email regarding that.
I mean, they're excellent classes to start off with, and it helped me out greatly when I first came on. So I would urge you to take them if you have a chance.
I think they're all virtual now, and you can kind of take them on your own, but I'll have to double check that.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Lori?
I think that's it for now.
All right. Our ZEO appeals fees are still on the table. We're not going to do anything with those. Do I have anything else anybody wants to discuss? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn by Mr. Kwasnicki.
We are adjourned.
It's nice seeing everybody.
Bye.
See you all.
Be safe.
Great
Hopefully
evening.
next time we'll be live and in person.
That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Bye,
we
Marianne.
went
Have a
up to
good night.
600 cases here, so
Yeah.